Hello, Cornerstone Kids. I am so glad you are here with us at Cornerstone Kids Online. We have some great things planned. You will learn this month's theme and memory verse, sing a great worship song, and watch this week's true Bible story. At the end, you will have a chance to pray together as a family. But before we get started, let's review our Cornerstone Kids values. Number 1, love God. We are created to pursue an authentic relationship with our Creator. Number 2, love people. We exist every day to demonstrate God's love to a broken world. And number 3, love life. We experience life to the fullest as we walk in our God-given identity. If you do each of these things each day, you can change not only your life, but the lives of others. Have a great week.
Everything keeps telling me to quit and not go where I'm going. But I'm never ever gonna stop, and there's no signs of slowing. Ooh, now moving backward. Ooh, I'm moving forward. 'Cause you give me the power to never give up. You give me your power when it's more than enough. I made my decision, quitting's not an option. No matter how hard it gets, I know I'm in, 'cause you give me the power. I'm committed to your plan, so I'll follow all of my days. Every day you give me strength to follow after your way. 'Cause you give me the power to never give up. You give me your power when it's more than enough. I made my decision, quitting's not an option. No matter how hard it gets, I know I'm in, 'cause you give me the power. Yeah, you give me the power. Ooh, now moving backward. Ooh, I'm moving forward. 'Cause you give me the power to never give up. You give me your power and it's more than enough. I made my decision, quitting's not an option. No matter how hard it gets, I know I'm in, 'cause you give me the power. Yeah, God gives me the power. You give me the power.
Welcome to Story Lab. This week we're talking about grit, while we take a look at the story of someone with a very colorful wardrobe. Oh, and this happened. Hey, I'm Amaya,
And I'm Zeke.
and we are here to talk about grit.
I think there's some confusion about what grit really is.
Well, grit
Is
is...
grit a delectable breakfast dish from the American South?
No, grit is actually...
Grit is refusing to give up when life gets hard.
Yes, and you need grit whenever you're facing any kind of difficult challenge. Like when you're learning how to do something new, like riding a bike or a skateboard.
Or when you're dealing with a hard subject in school like social studies.
Yeah, or science or art.
Art's not hard.
It is if you're not an artist.
True.
Sometimes you need grit just to get through everyday life.
Also true.
So let's put that to the test with today's super cool experiment that uses both science and art. It's magic milk.
1, 2, 3.
Let's make it. We're making magic milk. Tell them what we've got here, Z.
Of course, we've got a glass pie plate, food coloring, dish soap, cotton balls, and of course, the milk.
All right, so the first step into turning this regular milk into magic milk is to...
The first step is to open the bottle. Here, you need some help.
No, wait, no, I got it,
Here,
I got it.
just
I got it.
Oh, no. Wait. No. I am so sorry.
It's okay. There will be no crying over this. We are refusing to give up.
Yeah, grit.
Paper towels, please?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, resourceful. Okay, so magic milk. Step 1, pour a small amount of milk. All right, is that good?
Looks good to me.
Step 2, squeeze drops of food coloring into the milk.
Do you need any?
No, it's fine, I just... What is wrong with you? You know what? Let's just skip this whole thing. It's time
The
for...
story.
No. Keep going.
Fine, you do it.
Step 2, squeeze food coloring into the center of the milk. Step 3, place a cotton ball covered with dish soap into the milk.
Whoa.
Nice. Let's get that again. You want to know why it happens?
Go on.
You see, whole milk has all these fat molecules, but when dish soap is dropped right into the middle, the soap molecules race around, bonding with all the fat molecules, creating a giant swirl of color. Well,
Still green. But now it's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the very first book of the Old Testament, Genesis. God created the whole amazing world, but people turned away and broke their relationship with God.
still, God had a plan. God called Abraham and Sarah and promised to bless the whole world through their family.
Abraham and Sarah had a son, Isaac, who had a son named Esau and a son named Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons,
Including the next to youngest, Joseph. And Joseph is the hero of our story.
and go.
Hey everyone!
Hey, Ryan.
Oh boy, you better strap in because we are in for a bumpy ride with Joseph. Joseph was second youngest in the family, and he was his father Jacob's favorite son. Jacob gave Joseph a beautiful, expensive, colorful robe. Joseph started having dreams, and he couldn't keep them to himself. He had to tell his brothers.
We were harvesting grain, and all your grain bundles bowed to mine. And in my other dream, the sun and moon and stars bow to me. That's like Mom and Dad and you guys.
Great way to make your big brothers like you, huh? Joseph's brothers were very jealous of him. So when Joseph's dad sent him to check up on his brothers out in the fields, they snapped.
Here comes that dreamer.
Let's get rid of him.
No, don't harm him. Just throw him in this empty pit.
And that's exactly what they did. They threw him in a pit. They were still deciding what to do with Joseph when a group of traders heading for Egypt showed up.
Let's sell him to these traders.
Joseph was sold by his very own brothers. His brothers even lied and told their father Joseph was dead.
No way.
Uh-huh. Can you imagine? Joseph was a teenage kid on his own in a foreign country, sold into slavery. He was sold to a man named Potiphar, captain of the king Pharaoh's guards. Joseph didn't know anyone, didn't speak the language. He could have given up, but God was with him, even in Egypt. Joseph worked so hard and did so well that over several years he gained Potiphar's trust. Eventually, Potiphar put Joseph in charge of his entire estate. Things were finally looking up for Joseph, until they fell apart. Again. Potiphar's wife was sneaky, and she wanted Joseph to do something wrong. When he refused, she threw a tantrum!
He tried to hurt me!
Throw him in prison!
Now, Joseph was on his own, enslaved in a foreign land, and in prison. Yeah, it was time for him to have an epic pity party, right? I mean, that's probably what I would have done. But Joseph was still growing. He'd come a long way from that overconfident kid who had boasted to his brothers. God was with Joseph, even in jail. Joseph still worked hard, taking care of chores, helping other prisoners. The man who ran the jail was so impressed he put Joseph in charge of everything. One day, 2 brand new prisoners arrived, straight from the royal palace. The Pharaoh's royal baker and his official drink taster. Joseph made sure they were comfortable. Well, as comfortable as you can be in jail. But one morning, both of these guys showed up at the breakfast table looking pretty upset.
Why do you look so sad today?
We both had dreams.
But no one can tell us what they mean.
Only God knows what dreams mean. Tell me what you saw.
Ah, now we're back to where we started, right? With dreams. The drink taster told of seeing a vine that budded and grew bunches of grapes. And then the drink taster squeezed the grapes right into Pharaoh's cup.
Pharaoh will release you from prison and give you your job back.
Yes!
When he does, please put in a good word for me.
Well, after this, the baker was excited to hear about his dream, where baskets of bread sat on the baker's head and birds ate the bread.
Pharaoh will release you from prison and have you killed.
What? That's pretty awful news to have to give someone. But it happened just as God had revealed to Joseph. In 3 days, the baker was killed. But the drink taster was released from prison and given his job back.
Now the drink taster will remember to tell Pharaoh about me and I'll get out.
So, you think the drink taster remembered?
Yep.
Nope. So, Joseph was still stuck alone, in a foreign land, in prison, forgotten. But even then, God was with him. The end. For now.
Wait. You can't leave us hanging like that.
Yeah, things got better for Joseph, right?
Well, I don't want to give the whole story away, but spoiler alert, God used Joseph in a big way. And fast forward hundreds of years later, God would use Joseph's family to bless the whole world through Jesus. But none of that happened right away.
So, what's our part in the story?
Well, just like for Joseph, there are going to be days when things don't work out neatly for us.
Maybe you missed the bus.
Or you spill the milk. Or food coloring explodes on you.
Or anything bad happens that you don't expect. Even in the hardest, darkest place, God is still with you. Even when you can't see it, God is still at work.
So, we can hold on and keep going.
And choose a good attitude.
By George, I think you've got it. See you next time.
So here's the thing.
Hold on, because God is with you.
And that is what gives you grit.
Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.
I need grit.
Climb.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
I really appreciate you changing this light bulb for me.
It's a good thing you brought in a professional to do this.
Yeah.
I love you, Mama. All right. Righty, tighty, lefty, something. Oh no. Ow! Brandon, a little help? Please. Hello, everybody. I'm Lawson.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching The So-and-So Show.
We have got an incredible show for you today with a very special guest.
That's right, Brandon. It's time to welcome someone who knows stuff.
So good to see you again, Charmaine.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Of course, you need no introduction, but just in case, please tell the audience who you are and what you know.
Well, my name is Charmaine, and I'm a singer.
Could you give us a little bit of your history?
Well, sure. I started off as a background singer, but then I decided to start writing music of my own, and I had a little hit song.
A little hit song. It was huge. It played everywhere around here.
Would you, now, we hate to put you on the spot, but do you think you could maybe sing a little bit of it for us?
Why not?
Oh, this is great.
I love this song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, yeah. I fly way up high, I break into the sky. You ask me how, and I just cannot lie. You never know, and I just can't deny. I cannot stop, I have to see it all. I cannot stop, I have to see it all.
Incredible!
To see it so close.
Oh, it's not that big a deal,
Not
guys.
a big deal, it was a huge hit.
It's huge. Yeah, hey, what have you been up to since the song came out?
Well, I've been working on new music, and you have no idea how hard it is to write a second hit song.
Well, do you want to try some on us?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, cool.
Here's the one I was working on today.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Minor tone.
Yeah. I dropped my ice cream on the ground. My coat is still in the lost and found. I don't know what the next word is, but it's something, something, yeah.
That was, there is a song
I mean,
there.
I think it
Well, you're not that into it, are you?
No, it's not that.
I just think that maybe.
Well, then it's okay. I get it. Oh, how about this one? This guy.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Where?
What?
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
Don't know where I left my peanut butter. Don't know where I left my peanut butter. Don't know where I left my peanut butter. It's gotta be somewhere in the kitchen, right? Don't know where I left my peanut butter. All I wanted was a PB&J. Don't know where I left my peanut butter. No?
I mean,
What about this one? Yes.
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Yeah.
You gotta get.
There's a toad that lives in my pond outside. If he were a giant, and on his back I'd ride. What about this one? This is the one. Beep, 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 beep. Computers! Computers! Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Computers! Computers. Beep, beep, boop, beep. Well, that's all I've been working on so far.
That's all? Oh, no.
What? Oh, no.
Charmaine, I'm worried for you. I like you so much and think that you're so talented, and I wouldn't want you to be a one-hit wonder.
That was dramatic. Listen, here's the thing. I feel extremely lucky to have had one hit. You know how many artists work their entire lives and never have that kind of response? It's incredible.
It really is. People love it.
But I can't predict the future. No one can. All I can do is keep making music and hope I write something else that connects with people.
So you aren't worried?
Worried?
Yeah.
No, I got into music because I have a song inside of me that has to get out. I was happy when I was a backup singer, and I'm happy now on my own.
But what are you gonna do if your next song isn't a hit?
Write another one.
But what about the one after that?
Write another one.
And the one after that?
Write another one. This job is hard. And if you want to be successful, you can't let tough times get you down. You gotta hold on. Refuse to give up.
That's really inspirational, Charmaine.
Yeah, I think I may have inspired myself. Hold on. Keep trying. You're gonna make it through. I gotta go.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. Bye. Hold on.
Wow, she really is amazing.
Yeah, she is. Hey, you think we could do that? Write a hit song?
Oh, well, I could for sure.
Okay. Show me. I want to see this.
All right.
Yeah.
Hit it. Boom, boom, boom. I love chewing gum. Won't you give me some chewing gum? I love you. 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 I love you.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys, listen, unfortunately something has come up and I can't be with you all today, but don't worry, everything's fine. And I don't want to leave you all high and dry. So I asked my good friend Cameron and he's gonna take over for me today. All right, take it away, Cameron.
Hey fellas.
We're trying to write a hit song and it's really hard. Any advice?
Sure. Write about what you know.
Great. Donuts. They're round and they're also delicious. Too bad they're not nutritious. I ran out of breath, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about Joseph.
Ooh, awesome. Joseph, Mary, baby Jesus. I love this story. Wait, is it Christmas? I didn't get you a present.
No, actually, different Joseph. This Joseph is from the Old Testament.
Okay.
Joseph was one of 12 sons of Jacob. Joseph was Jacob's favorite son, which naturally made Joseph's brothers jealous.
That's right, and so much more.
What was that?
We're going to learn all about Joseph on today's episode of
Make It to the Top!
Welcome to Make It to the Top, a game show where our contestants have to climb the mountain we call life to see if they can make it to the top. I'm your host, Vanna Valmont, and today our contestant is Joseph. How are you, Joseph?
I'm great. Thanks, Vanna.
Yeah. Okay, so Old Testament Joseph's on a game show. Could be fun.
So, you were your dad's favorite son out of 12? Pretty impressive.
I know. Dad showed everyone I was his favorite by giving me a coat of many colors.
Whoa, looks like you're on your way up.
It's true. Things were looking pretty good for Joseph. His future was very bright. He even had dreams of what his future might look like.
Tell us about your dreams, Joseph.
Well, I dreamed that my brothers and I were tying bunches of grain out in the field. Suddenly, my grain stood up straight, and their grain all gathered around mine and bowed down to it.
So, wait, you were like the 11th son, so that means that 10 of your brothers were older than you. Whoa. And you dreamt that they all bowed down to you?
Yeah, and I had another dream. The sun and moon and 11 stars all bowed to me.
What a bright future. You're gonna make it to the top of this mountain in no time.
Joseph was having a wonderful life, but like I said, Joseph's brothers were jealous of him, and it wasn't long before they came up with a plan. When Jacob sent Joseph out to the fields to see his brothers, they were waiting for him.
So you went to see your brothers?
Yeah, I just wanted to see how they were doing and see how the flocks were doing. I was just walking along, not a care in the world. Then I found my brothers, and they weren't too happy to see me. They took my robe. Is he gonna be okay?
I don't know.
Then they threw me down a well. And then they sold me to some slave traders and told my father I was eaten by a wild animal.
A tough one for sure. Joseph was sold to a man named Potiphar, one of the Egyptian king, Pharaoh's officials. But get this, even though Joseph was enslaved and far from home, the Lord was with Joseph.
Joseph, you fell pretty far. I'm so sorry. How about tell us about your time with Potiphar?
Well, actually, I did okay. Potiphar really liked me. He put me in charge of his house and everything he owned.
You're headed back in the right direction. Keep on climbing.
But then... Potiphar's wife asked me to betray him, and I wouldn't do it. So she convinced Potiphar to throw me in prison.
Yup. Joseph was thrown in prison for something he didn't do. But look at this. While Joseph was there in prison, the Lord was with him.
Prison, that's a tough situation.
Yeah, it was tough. And unfair, but you know what? The man running the prison trusted me and put me in charge of all the other prisoners.
Two of those prisoners were special, weren't they?
Yeah. The Pharaoh's personal wine taster and baker were in prison too. And I helped them out, especially when they had dreams that they didn't understand. You see, God sometimes helps me know what dreams mean.
So what did the dreams mean?
Well, the wine taster dreamed that he was going to, in 3 days, be released from prison, and the Pharaoh was going to give him his job back. I told him to put in a good word to the Pharaoh for me.
Whoa, a direct connection to the king of Egypt? You're on your way up. So, did the wine taster remember to tell Pharaoh about you?
No, he forgot, and I had to remain in prison.
You're not very good at this game.
Well, it's not just a game to me. It's my life. And sure, things don't always go the way I expect, but God has always been with me. God was with me when I was in the well. God was with me when I was enslaved in Egypt, even in prison. So I'm going to hold on, knowing that no matter what the future holds, God will always be right there.
Yes!
Amazing, you did it!
Yeah, I didn't really do anything, but yay!
I'd like to thank our contestant Joseph, who, with God's help, kept climbing. Thanks for watching. Make it to the top!
What happened to Joseph was scary and unfair, but his story doesn't end in prison. We'll hear more about Joseph next time.
Oh, cool, a cliffhanger. Yeah. Joseph just kept going, didn't he?
He did. Remember, Joseph wasn't alone. God was with Joseph no matter what he was going through. Just like God is with you and me. All of us will go through our ups and downs in life. And sometimes we just have to hold on and believe that God is there with us.
Really great story, my friend.
No problem. See you next time.
Cameron tells stories that are really, really great. Better than a donut on a big ol' plate. Yeah, that's gonna be huge. Reveal the question. Today's question is, what helps people get through hard things?
Let's see, talking to friends, family, maybe even a counselor or a grown-up you trust.
And you can talk to God when you're going through something hard.
People can get through hard things by taking their mind off the problem, reading a book, playing a game.
Or writing a song. Donuts!
All right, however you deal with hard times, know that they don't last forever.
And know that God is with you.
You know, another thing that won't last forever? This show. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Hold on. We'll be there.
Yeah. Or we'll be square.
Or we'll be a donut.
Yeah.
Donut!
Okay. Hey, fly.